Hi everyone, my name's Cassie and I'd just like to take you through a quick little Pilates workout today. I will try and make it as available to all levels as I can, with a little bit of regression and a little bit of progression. No props, just your mat. Let's keep it simple today. And we're going to start over onto your butt. Feet are forwards, and all I want you to do to start off with is just kind of find those bony bits of your butt, your sit bones. We're going to just do some nice little rollbacks to warm up through our spine. Arms are going to reach forwards, shoulders are going to roll backwards, and just really feel those postural muscles. And to start off with, our movement's going to come from the low abdominals and our pelvis. So on your exhale, all I want you to do is just simply roll as if you're gently got a bit of a magnet on that low back towards your mat. And you're rolling back, the chin can tuck a little, you're rolling, and then we're releasing. So it doesn't matter what time of the day you're doing this. If you're doing this first thing in the morning, like me, then sometimes your spine can be nice and stiff. Well, not nice and stiff, a little bit stiff. So I just want you to exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Couple more here. And you just come back wherever you're comfortable with, and maybe as things warm up, you start to come back a little bit further. 2 more. Last one. And releasing all the way back up. All right, so from here, you slid forward a little bit, come forward again. Keeping the hands on your thighs now. We're gonna just roll ourselves back. Take the elbows, kind of fly them out to the sides, and you're just taking a nice stretch, scooping those abdominals, feeling that stretch across your upper back, and then sitting up tall again. Good, exhale. Inhale, and let's do one more. Exhale. Inhale. Good, good. All right, so this time we're going to come all the way back. So all I want you to do is just take your time here. Reaching those hands forwards. And as slow as you can, you're going to roll yourself all the way back. Imagine that magnet on your lower back, curling. Little bit by little bit. Reaching those hands up and over, and then releasing those hands down. Okay, so you're going to step your feet in, so your heels are in line with your butts. Oh, sorry, necklace is strangling me. Okay, heels are in line with your butt, and let's just really set our Pilates rest position to begin with. I won't spend too much time here. I know you want to get moving. So heels are in line with your butt. You're going to move your focus, pressing gently down through the feet, coming through to your pelvis. All right, so there is 2 positions if you weren't sure in Pilates for your spine. One's neutral, one's imprinted. Right at this moment in your rest position, you want to try and be in neutral. All right, so all that means is you just let your spine sit how it would normally sit as if you were standing. Okay? So if you were to use your hands, make a diamond down on those low abdominals, it should feel pretty flat. All right, when you tip your diamond towards you, that's your imprinted position. So your diamond's on a bit of an angle now, and you've got that low back pressing down towards the floor. All right, come back to your neutral. Shift up to the ribs. So we want to feel like they're falling into the body and kind of melting down. Maybe imagine a sandbag that's kind of sitting just on the top part of your ribs and just easing those ribs down. Last up, those collarbones and shoulders are nice and wide. All right, as if your collarbones are smiling towards the roof. We're going to start with some shoulder bridge. Okay, so press those feet into the floor. And I want you to imagine your spine's like a sticker that's getting peeled off a windscreen. So you're going to tip your into your imprint. You're going to lift that tailbone, peel on up, pause at the top. Careful of lifting. We want to pull the ribs in. Tailbone just gently under. And then we reverse it on the way down. So now go from that upper back, middle back, lower back, tailbone. And again, tip and roll. Focus on your breath now. So now you've got a little bit of a feel of the movements. Don't get too caught up in your breathing. As long as you are keeping it steady, don't stress about it. So on your exhale, if you can, you roll up, pause, inhale, exhale, roll back down. Good, good. Inhale, pause, exhale, roll. You're going to roll all the way up to the top part of your bridge. Okay, little check-in here. Pressing through those feet, collarbones wide, ribs are in, tummy on, palms can press down next to your hips. Or if you're wanting a little bit more of a challenging option, your hands reach up towards the roof. Okay, so from here, we're going to lift that front foot closest to the camera, lifting it up into your tabletop. Extend, bend, and then bring it back down. Let's try it on the back leg. So bend, extend, bend, release. Keep alternating sides here. Remember your options with those hands. You can have them down by your sides to help really lift those hips. Using that breath. Minimal weight transfer, gang. Good, good. On this next one, we're going to lift that front leg. All right. You're going to take some little hip drop pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Leg can bend. 3, 2, 1. Release. Swapping legs. So either your tabletop or your extension is the more progressive option. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Back on down, and as slow as you can, you're going to roll back through that spine. And then release those hands. Take a little roll of those knees if you need. Sometimes the tension can build in that lower back. Okay, and we go again. Inhale. Exhale. Peeling up. Quick little check-in of your position. Option for those palms to press or the arms to lift. Very nice. Okay, so this time you're going to float that front leg up to your tabletop. All right, try a little circle of your knee. It's a little bit more challenging on your stability. If you want that little bit of extra challenge, you can straighten the leg, circling, toes drawing a circle on the roof, changing direction. Keep those ribs pulling in. Tummy on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend and release. Let's swap legs. Floating that knee up. So option for those knee circles, or you extend for your leg circles. And then we're going to change direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We rebend, release. Slow as you can, roll yourself back on down. And then release. Nice. If you need that little rock of those knees again, go for it. Beautiful. Okay, let's come back to our Pilates rest position. Neutral spine, feet in line with hips, smiling collarbones. Very nice. All right, so from here, option to keep your hands by your sides, or if you need any extra head support, you can cup the head with your hands, okay? On your exhale, you're gonna start to curl. So you're gonna reach the fingertips towards your heels. You're gonna roll yourself up, reaching. Okay, so in this position, it's really important that we're going for that nice bit of flatness through those abdominals. If you feel your abdominals really popping up towards the roof, then you've just lost a little bit of control. So all I want you to do is just regress a little bit, maybe don't reach up so high, maybe even supporting the head with your hands. Okay, so we're reaching, and we're going to be pulsing for 6. Okay, so we're pulsing 6, 5, nothing too fast, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we release. Deep breath in. Do your best once again to hold that neutral spine. If you have any lower back issues, or it can be quite flexible through there, then you may need to just tip that low back down for that bit of extra engagement. Okay, exhale, we curl up, and it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now you can keep your feet on the floor, just offering options, okay? Or, because we've got our pyramid, so we're going from 6 to 1, 1 to 6 with our pulses, okay? If you want that more challenging option, you're going to float your legs up into your double tabletop. So that means your knees are over your hips, your shins are parallel, and in your neutral, you might just have a teeny tiny bit of space, but nothing too big, okay? You shouldn't be able to get a whole hand under there. Okay, so here we go again. Exhale, and we pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And up, 4, 3, 2, 1. We release. Come on up, 4, 2, 1. Release. Always in that little pause. Rolling up for 1. Release. Rolling up for 1. We're back down our pyramid now. And then release. Remember, if you need to, cup the head with your hands. Your 2, 1. And release. Roll it up. 3, 2, 1. Always with that little pause, nearly there, rolling up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling down, nearly there, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down we come, and last bit is our 6. Rolling up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold for a set of 100s now, okay? Here we go. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So that beating of your palms is going to help time your breath. Remember your regressions, and there's also a progression. So you can have those feet down on the floor. You can leave them up in your tabletop. Progressive is up in line with your hips, and even more is tipping them away. Inhale, exhale. Nearly there. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Nice Maybe roll around on that lower back. Good, good. And feet come down. We're going to work into some hip twists now. So we really want to engage those obliques. Is our main focus here, those side abdominals. Hands are going to reach out to the sides. First up, you're going to squeeze those knees together. Try your best to maintain your neutral. On your inhale, you're going to tip the knees towards me. Okay, so knees come towards the camera, and you'll feel that back hip lift. Try your best to keep that back shoulder blade down, and careful those knees don't slide too far past each other. All right, then on your exhale, you back to the center. Let's do it away from the camera. So away from me, those knees go. Focus on where you want the engagement to be, and then exhale back to the center. And again, towards me. Your head can turn away from your knees, and then center. Okay, heels can stay on the floor. Next level is that double tabletop. Okay, knees over hips, shins parallel, and same thing. Squeeze those knees together. That back hip will lift, and then inhale back through the center. Palms can press into the floor as much as you need, but the idea is, as you get stronger, you'll need them a lot less. So don't worry about how big your range is. It's all about the control and the quality of your execution. Really nice. All right, we've got one more each way. Beautiful, back to the center. And if you're in your double tabletop, 1 foot at a time, calming on down. And we're gonna go into our full roll-ups. Now there is options here. I'm just gonna move, sliding about on my mat. Okay, so the full option is legs extended, and arms extended. Okay, so I'll show you once, and then I'm going to show you your different levels of regression if you need. Okay, so you're going to squeeze. The idea of this is for that slow, steady control. On your exhale, you're going to start to roll the head and shoulders off. Squeeze. Reach, reach, reach. All the way up. And then you reach down again. So you roll to someone's pulling on those hands, and you're resisting, and you're scooping all the way down and over. We want those feet to stay down. Feels a bit harder first thing in the morning. And we roll down. Now, if you're okay with those legs long, then you can stay with this option. Exhale. Beautiful. Now, if you do need to regress, totally fine. You build up to that full movement. You can go what we started with in class for our little warm up through our spine. So you can roll yourself back, maybe even using your hands until you feel like you might get a bit stuck, and then you roll back up again. Okay, so a couple more there. So you find your range, and then as you get stronger, you start to maybe come all the way down, tapping a little bit of your back, and then rolling back up again. All right, so let's try 3 more, whichever option you're doing. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe reaching high. Exhale. Okay, gang, and release. Fantastic. Give it all a little shake out, maybe even popping those feet together and just tipping yourself over. Sometimes when you're first learning our roll-ups, it's easy to kind of hang on through those hips. So this kind of forward fold can just help release a little. Okay, we are going to come over onto our side now. All right, so you're going to be lying all the way down onto your side. You can extend that arm all the way out and rest your head on your upper arm. All right, you'll feel your waist kind of just naturally collapse. What I want you to do here is then imagine you can't squish a little blueberry or a grape underneath that waistline. Maybe you can get some fingertips just underneath there. Okay, we can have our bottom leg bent for a bit of stability, or you straighten your legs out for that little bit of extra challenge. If you have a sensitive hip, then sometimes it helps to just roll your mat over, maybe from the back, and then that's going to give you that little bit of extra padding on your hip if you find you need that. Okay, so legs are straight or legs are bent just a touch. Okay, we're going to pull this top hip away from our shoulder, hands nice and steady here. Okay, alrighty, we're just making sure I have enough space there. Alright, so you're going to straighten out your top leg. Alright, like I said, bottom leg can be bent for a bit of stability, or it can be a little bit more straight for that extra challenge. Okay, so you're going to keep your foot flexed, check in again, and then we want it just at your hip height. Okay, you're going to swing forward and then kick up, swing back with a point, and then kick up on a bit of an angle. Okay, so we flex, swing forward, point, swing back, forward, and then back. So that backwards kick, we want to make sure we don't let those hips dance around. Okay, so they're nice and steady. We're trying not to swing our upper body with our leg, okay? So that stays nice and still. Pointing back. Okay, so you're going to come forward, pause. This time you've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swinging back, point and pause. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward. And this time we're going to do a little bit of a weird leg position. Okay, so you're going to bend your knee, then you're going to point your knee to the floor and your heel up to the roof. Check in on that waistline again, and this time you're pushing that heel towards the roof. I know it feels a little bit funky, but it does help us get into a little bit of a different part of the glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, little quick ones at that top half of the movement. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bend that knee back in. All right, last up on this side then is knee circles. All right, so you're going to draw the knees up a little bit more. Check in on that waistline and that top leg lifts. Okay, you can have a little flexed foot or a point, doesn't really matter. Imagine a pencil on the end of that knee. You're drawing circles. All right, almost done. Breathe, and we change direction. So don't worry about how big your circle is. We want to make sure that we don't rock and roll through those hips, okay? So they're really steady. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. If you need to give that butt a little punch or a rub out with your knuckle. And then just gently, gently pushing yourself up. Let's have a quick little mermaid stretch before we do the other side. Okay, so if your knees and hips don't allow this position, that's totally fine. You can come into a cross-legged position or whichever position gives you a little bit of space, okay, in those hips. Hand comes down, reaching up and over. Gentle little push, and exhale up and over the other way. And let's do a couple more. So this is your mermaid stretch. It always feels pretty good. Exhale. You are trying ideally to keep those sit bones down. As you get more flexible in this position, it gets easier. Okay, now before we do the other side, you're just going to bring yourself over into an all fours position. So hands just a little bit in front of your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and you're going to do a little tuck of those toes. Once again with your mat, if you're on really hard surface, like I'm on tiles, so it can sometimes get a little bit hard on my knees, and you can always roll your mat over. That's going to give you a little bit extra, okay? All right, so we're here, splaying those hands. If you've got sensitive wrists, don't worry, we're not here too long. Okay, so you're pressing into the floor. I want you to lift that belly. Imagine you're making a nice tabletop with your back. All right, so we're going to do some little knee hoppers here. If you're also a little bit flexy in your elbows, I have to be careful as well. Try not to push them forwards if you are a bit hypermobile. Just do your best to keep them a little bit more straight and not pushed out. All right, so on your exhale, you're going to just hover those knees a little bit. So try not to lift too high if you can. Knees hover and then release. Inhale and then exhale. So we engage the upper back. Core, legs, release. Good, 2 more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. And release. Good, good. 1 more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift. And then if you can, try and walk with me. We walk out, out. In. Out, out. In. 2 more, leading with that front leg. Feel that upper body engagement. And then 4, leading with that back leg. Out, out. In. Out, out. 3. Good, good. Nearly there. 2. And 1 more, keeping that butt low. Down with those knees. And take a little rest position. Nice work. So just holding there a little bit longer there. In your rest position, knees narrow or knees wide. Great job. All right, let's finish this off. We have the other side. Okay, oops, not that way. We're gonna turn it over the other way. All the way down. Maybe a little bend of that knee, or if you want that extra challenge, then you can try balance on that hip. All right, hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked, and that waistline is lifting. We're going to lift that top foot, little flex. Inhale, and we shift forward. Little kick of that ankle up towards the roof. We shift it back. Little kick up to the roof. Forward, and then back. Forward with that flex, and then back. Good, everyone. Okay. So keep checking in with your body the whole time. Can't talk and do that at the same time, obviously. We kick back, flex forward, squeeze. So even if you've got that bottom leg bent, you're still probably pressing that little toe into the floor. So that bottom leg is still doing a bit of work in stabilizing you. All right, last singles. And then check in on that waistline, and here we go with our pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we push back, and we go again. 8, 7, careful of that waistline. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, forward again, and 8, 7, 6, keep smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pushing back, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bringing it in, drawing those knees up for our knee circles. Okay, check in on your position again. We lift that top leg and we draw circles. Steady circles. Shoulders stacked, hips stacked. Can you get fingertips underneath that waistline? All right, last bit of effort here. Then we have a quick stretch and you're done. Change direction. Breathe. Nice job, gang. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Great work. Butt punch, rub, whatever you need. Let's come up for our mermaid stretch. So allow those legs to sit. Try your best to get that hip down. And here we go. Exhale up and over. Inhale. Change. Exhale. Inhale. Great. One more. And up and over. Beautiful. Let's take our legs, bring them forwards. Okay, we'll give the glutes a little stretch out here. So you're going to bend and step over. Flex, wrap. So hopefully I'm mirroring you. And we're going to turn to the right. Good, you can feel that nice pull through the glutes there. Let's bring it back. Changing sides, stepping over. Wrapping the right arm, turning left. Do your best to sit up nice and tall. Maybe a little flex of that front foot. All right, drawing it back. So this same leg, you're going to then pop that foot anywhere you need on that inner thigh. And take a nice deep breath in, reaching up. Exhale, reaching over. Holding this stretch, feeling that nice pull up the back of the leg. So this hip, so hopefully this is your right hip pulling back. Left hip gently pulling forward to keep that nice and even. Great, let's swap sides. So left hip pulling back, right hip pulling forward, deep breath in. Exhale, reaching up and over. So feeling that nice pull across your back, up the back of your leg, lower back. And then gently release. Let's find a cross-legged position or whatever suits your hips the best. Take a nice deep breath in. On your exhale, drop the shoulders, hands come to the knees, and then we take one big shoulder roll, dropping them once again. And hopefully give yourself a little clap. Thank you so much for joining me whenever you are doing this. Hope you enjoyed. Any requests, I'm happy to oblige. Just pop them down in the comments, and I will see you next time.